What if you can feel the pure I? When you say I'm hungry, our mind is usually preoccupied with being hungry. But was I hungry or not hungry to begin with? The fundamental I is not hungry. The I doesn't possess anything. It only exists. But what happens if I meets being hungry? It becomes hungry me and it contracts. It becomes limited. This is called the ego. The ego is the limited I. Suppose you are in a state of hungry me. What do you think will happen if you let go of your hunger and ignore it by saying don't know and just exist as the pure I? You go back from hungry me to I itself again. Someone who can always go on living as I is an enlightened person. This is the state called the Great Awakening in Buddhism, in which you sleep when you are sleepy and eat when you are hungry. It is about living in a state of being in touch with the pure I. You can live like that too. Do you know that you exist now? Can you not feel that you exist? Don't you ever feel that the unpolluted I exists even while you are laughing and crying? You exist, right? Everyone is feeling this. Once you just become familiar with the feeling of I by saying don't know, you will be able to reset your mind even while you are laughing and crying. You can also live without losing the peaceful center of your mind that is calm like the eye of the tornado. You are actually experiencing the feeling of the existence. All living creatures, in fact, are experiencing this feeling. Humans especially go on living being cognizant of their own existence. That is why even when you are quite upset with someone, there is a cold rational I that is observing I am getting too angry, isn't there? It feels as though someone is watching us, but it is I that is watching itself. There is that I that is looking objectively at me. That eye of the tornado doesn't get swayed. Even when you feel so hungry that you feel like you will die, that is only a feeling. It's as if the I were wearing the clothes of hunger. Once you take off that clothing, the I is neither being hungry nor being full. You go back and forth between laughing, crying, being hungry, and being full. You do this all day. If the center of your existence is shaking, wouldn't you be shifted from yourself? Wouldn't it be possible for you to become a different being, but you always feel like yourself? That is because there is something immutable in the center that upholds you. It is like a pillar standing in the center. When you compare yourself 10 years ago with yourself now, everything has changed, right? Everything about your thoughts, emotions, 5 senses have changed. Then why do you think who you were 10 years ago is the same as who you are now? What is the same as the present you? There is one thing that's the same. Everything else is different. The function of thoughts, emotions, and 5 senses have all changed. However, what is the same beyond thoughts, emotions, and 5 senses is none other than the entity I that does not include thoughts, emotions, and the 5 senses. You may feel like you've become a completely different person because you kept on putting different clothes on that entity. But since it's the same body, you feel like yourself regardless of the different clothes you wear. It doesn't matter whether you wear different clothes of thoughts, feelings, and the 5 senses. In other words, even though what you see and what you hear is ever-changing, you clearly know that you are who you are and never doubt yourself because the center in you remains immutable.